You don't need fixing. You're not fixing yourself. You're not going out and trying to make yourself a better person. You're going out and just observing, not even having to do any work, just observing the words and the story you're telling yourself. It's just the thoughts that are not empowering. They're not true. None of them are true. The real you who has these energetic qualities, who's here to express themselves in a certain way, never ever needs fixing. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Irresistible and I'm a manifestation and soul realignment coach. My channel is geared towards helping you become your highest potential so that you can create and live the extraordinary life that is your birthright. In today's video, I'll be talking about how you do not need fixing. But before we get started, I just want you to know that I just launched my 3-month group coaching program to help you manifest money and abundance. This was by far the most requested topic or theme from among the list of desires I had shared in a survey last week. So we're going to be starting on December 1st. The doors are now open to register. You can pay in 3 installments or you can pay upfront, whichever works for you. And of course, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon if you'd like to receive a notification anytime I upload a new video. So this video is inspired by a comment I received from a subscriber in relation to self-concept. And the subscriber was saying that she almost regrets finding out about law of assumption because now she feels she has to do all this work on herself, on her self-worth, on her self-concept in order to get her desire. It's almost like we never really had to do that before and now we need to do all that. So before I get into the part where we're saying what we mean by work on your self-concept, the first thing I want to say in response to that comment is you're always manifesting, whether you're doing it consciously or not. And the reason you are working on consciously manifesting is because something's not working out for you in your reality. And before we found out about manifesting, a lot of the time we were manifesting undesired circumstances, and now this is our opportunity to actually create and consciously, deliberately create the outcomes we desire. And sometimes it does involve looking at our self-concept. Now, having said that, whenever on my channel I say work on your self-concept, it's not working on you. You don't need fixing. You are perfect exactly as you are. It's you're fixing your thoughts about yourself, your opinion of yourself. You're fixing your thoughts. So there's nothing to work on. The reason we are doing affirmations, and it may seem like work, is so that becomes your new subconscious assumption of yourself. You're wired in a certain way based on your experiences to expect certain outcomes. And the reason we are doing these affirmations, what seems like work, is in order to A, impress a new story, and B, in order to have your conscious thoughts also be more in alignment with the outcomes you desire. Because when you're going on autopilot and you haven't worked at subconscious level, you're gonna have all kinds of thoughts coming up based on your past experiences. And so when you're working at subconscious level, you're working at a deeper level so that your habitual thoughts also change with them. So in the end, you're doing this in order to fix your thinking, not fix yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. You are exactly perfect. It's the thoughts of yourself that need changing. And always, in the end, I'm always going to tell you, you don't even need to do any techniques. You don't need to do any work. Just be conscious of the thoughts that you are entertaining in every moment. So it's about not going into an unconscious state. So when you're saying everyone else gets their desires, but I don't get my desire, because actually that subscriber had said, well, everyone else has gotten married. I don't see people going around and working on their self-concept. So that's also like an opposing thought, because first of all, a lot of people are not, having the same standards you have around marriage, because in the end, you can get married to just anyone if that's what you wanted. It's about getting married to the person that you want. And a lot of people are not really doing that. They're ticking a box, they're getting married because it's expected, they're finding someone good enough. And of course, there are people out there who have good thoughts about themselves and what they deserve. They have these empowering thoughts. And you find a lot of people who seem average, and here I don't believe that anyone is average, but I'm just saying that if you were to look at society's point of view of these people who seem to be average, yet they get everything they want, it's because they have these empowering assumptions about themselves, whether they grew up with that or they worked on fixing their thinking. So going back, it's about you not entertaining those thoughts that go on autopilot, that you don't have what it takes, everyone else does, or maybe I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough. Why do I have to work on myself and not other people? Whatever other limiting assumptions you have about yourself, that I'm not pretty enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not committed to, I'm not loved. All these are things, even saying, why me? Why am I the one who's not getting it? All of these are opposing thoughts. All of these are limiting assumptions about yourself, that you are less than what you'd like to be. They're not true. None of them are true. It's just the thoughts that are not empowering. They are thoughts that are standing in the way of having your desires. So you're not fixing yourself. You're not going out and trying to make yourself a better person. You're going out and just observing, not even having to do any work, just observing the words and the story you're telling yourself. And that's the extent of it if you don't want to do affirmations or you don't want to visualize. But if you go on the internet, like even J-Lo, literally, J-Lo has spoken about doing affirmations for self-concept. She says, I had to learn to say that I am enough. I will try to link that video where J-Lo's talking about herself being enough, affirming for herself. I will link it in the description below, because if J-Lo is working on self-concept, then you know that probably the average person has all these thoughts going on as well. So not to say that she is like some, I'm not putting her on a pedestal or anything, but if, she's a very famous woman who's achieved massive success, she's beautiful, she seems to have it all, yet she also has these limiting assumptions about herself, and she had to work on them. So going back, it's not fixing you. You're not working on fixing you. You're not working on changing any aspect of yourself. You're perfect exactly as you are. Now, we're always wanting to be more and more and expanding and learning and becoming better versions of ourselves, but it's all really our thoughts. It's not more than that. It's our thoughts and how we view ourselves. This is whenever I talk about up-leveling your self-concept or fixing your self-concept, I'm not saying fix you, I'm saying fix your self-concept. It's your opinion of yourself. It's that simple. It's an opinion. It's not even truth. You can make it truth by always affirming for what you want, because then your reality is going to match that. But ultimately, if it's not something you want to perpetuate, then it's not truth. It's an opinion. And then you can work on changing that, and then your reality will match that. It's always very important. The real you who has these energetic qualities, who's here to express themselves in a certain way, never ever needs fixing. Everyone is here to create and express themselves in a certain way, and that energetic quality is perfect. It's just you aligning with that, you not letting your mind get in the way with the way you perceive your true self. I wanted to throw that out because it's very, very important. The things you want to fix about yourself, these are preferences. These are things you want to be the best you from a physical, mental, emotional perspective. That's all good, but you actually don't need fixing. You are perfect exactly as you are. You are lovable exactly as you are. I always say you are lovable just because you exist. So just change the thoughts you have about yourself. That's all. I think this was an important reminder for anyone who may be thinking that they themselves need fixing. That's not at all what we mean. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please like, comment, and share, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.